How do you remove like your identification of ego in that action and kind of like not be outcome focused, um,
Hmm.
to to have the courage to do that?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Well, when you use the word ego, what I think of is that the ego is the vulnerable self. It's
Mm,
it's a self that's wary and has been hurt before and on guard, right? And has to prove something. Is that right? Is that
hmm.
what?
Yeah, yeah. To me, the ego is like the part of you that is like, um, the identified identity of who you think you are.
It's sort of like uh, the small identity, not the big identity, right?
Right,
That's the feeling of my identity. And I know you, Abby, and I know you have a big identity.
right.
And I know that you have places that are vulnerable, um, and that's more um, the small identity or something,
Yeah. The ego
right?
identifies with the smaller identity that has
The, the
capacity for
small identity.
easy to provoke, um,
Yeah, yeah.
offensive.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think for me, I I um I don't like the idea that the ego is something bad that we have to get rid of.
Mm,
I think of the ego as something that we have to take care of,
mm,
that we have to be very gentle with.
mm.
The ego is like the child that is frightened and has been hurt and has been contained, constricted, and that we have to be the big self, this big identity, to take care of this ego and to reassure it. So when we do that, when we say, oh, of course, this is scary, of course, this is threatening, and then you go into that, you give that space, you're friends with that ego, then the ego can relax. And when you're doing that, when you're befriending the ego in that way, not being mad at it or thinking it's bad, when you befriend it, um, you become stronger and bigger because you're not just this little one, this small identity. You are this big one that's taking care of this small one. And that gives you courage, and it gives you I don't you wouldn't know the Yiddish word chutzpah. Chutzpah is a Yiddish word that means like the guts to do something. Like it's more than courage. It's like just go for it.
Yeah,
That kind of attitude.
right.